getting published. I can't tell you how much business I get because I'm in the bottom line every single issue. It just builds that credibility. It's an endorsement by a publication of your level of expertise. This is why getting involved with your client's trade press. Think about your top 3 or 4 or 5 clients and what industries are they in. It may be that 2 or 3 of them are in the same industry. In that case, we're starting to walk down that road called a niche that we can create. So it makes sense to, number one, start reading your client's trade press. Because when you are talking to them, what was one of the things that clients said they wanted from their accountant? Knowledge of their industry. We can demonstrate that to our clients. In fact, even better, they, like you, will get several trade publications every month. And they, like some of you, may let them pile up until they're about this high, and then think, you know what, maybe I ought to break the seal on some of these and actually read a couple of them. So wouldn't it be nice if during the course of the year, you as their accountant spotted something of interest or that should be of interest to them had they read it in the first place, but because they haven't, you've read it, you've copied it, and you've sent it to all of your clients in that industry with a little post-it note or a short letter saying, saw this in the Widget Manufacturers Express, thought you should be aware of it. If you've got any questions, give me a call. What do you think your key clients will think of you if they get a copy of their own trade press sent to them from you with a heads up? Can't hurt. The next thing is now we understand these publications, the style they're written in, it makes sense to try and write for them and build a niche market in that area, get some perceived expertise out there. And this is very easy to do on a small scale and build your way up. There are many different industries in the GTA, manufacturing, or not so much manufacturing these days, is there? But there's an awful lot of different industries and different trade and professional associations. It's not difficult to get involved in some of these. Ask your client to invite you along as a guest. Get to meet the board of directors and introduce yourself. When they find out what you do for a living, very often if we join these organizations, what sort of job do we get volunteered for? Treasurer, yeah. Pain in the backside that is, eh? But again, going back to our earlier slides, that's something we can delegate down to someone else in the office, so it's not our problem anymore. But we're quite happy to take the credit for the work. But that gets us on the executive committee. And once we're on the executive committee, also on that same board will be the publisher or editor of the trade newsletter. And after a while, you might have built up a relationship with that individual. And after a period of time, you might feel comfortable saying, you know what, I think I can add some value to the publication. Could I submit an article or two for you to have a look at with a view to publishing it in the newsletter? And before you know what's happened, you've got a regular column in your client's trade press. And that's how you can start to build that credibility. Then you can, of course, scan those, put them on your website, have them in your information pack for prospective new clients, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Many, many different uses for them once you've done that.